So I feel like if there's anything that needs to be studied in Nigeria, it has to be Lagos traffic. What do you think about that? Like, it is out of this world.
So I think I heard a friend saying that there's there's go slow in some places.
Yes, especially in Freedom Way.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
There's no free movement in Freedom Way.
Anyway, guys, welcome to Fuze Unbothered, brought to you by Upfront and Personal. This is where we discuss every and anything. My name is Madichi. Of course, I'm not here alone.
You know, Sub Daddy's here. Hey, VA Kings, what's going on, guys?
What's going on? How you doing?
You know how we do it. Fireboy just dropped an album.
Yeah,
I've been listening to it.
Loving it.
Playboy, don't worry. Our boys they're bad. And again, big shout out to all the Nigerian women in athletics. They've been doing incredibly, amazingly, in fact, superbly. Give me another vocabulary.
Awesome.
They've been doing awesome.
They've been doing great.
See, trust me, man. The light is shining on them, and I love it. I
totally agree. All right. So when it comes to earnings, when it comes to sources of income, how much is too much? We're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll be telling you what we have for you today.
I used to care for the world's opinion.
Next.
I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta. Be your best.
Fuze Unbothered.
So, you know, in the entertainment industry, especially in Nollywood, we hear a lot of people bash Nigerian actresses of how they go on vacations with little earnings and all of that. Yeah. So, veteran comedian Ali Baba has actually shattered the table. Now he has released a video. He has released a video talking, and this is actually the first time I've seen Ali Baba really, really serious. Like,
go on. What? I don't want to cut you. Go on.
Okay, so he released a video talking about how we see a lot of actresses tensioning the young ones, going on vacations and all of that with where they don't even earn quarter of what they spend on vacation, right?
You're an actress. How many movies have you done that gave you 45 million to buy a house? You that just joined the industry. The people that have been in the industry since did not buy.
And a certain Hollywood actress by name Latasha Ngube comes out to say, you know what, you are the least person to talk about this. You shouldn't talk about this. With all due respect, sir, why would you be bashing just Nigerian actresses? What of the actors? We still see some actors who have sugar mummies who fund them in the Nigerian industry and all of that.
Okay.
So
but comparing the ratio, you know that's very, very, very
exactly.
Small number.
Do you feel like it's because the male actors don't actually come out? We don't see it.
I mean, allow me to rewind and take it back a little bit. All right. First off, Ali Baba didn't just drop that video. Yeah, that video was a 2021 video or like 2020. I don't know, but it was over a year ago. Okay, a blogger just brought it out just to trend and bring out stuff, and I'm like, he said a lot of things, but someone just brought out maybe like 2 minutes or 3 minutes and now capitalized an headline from this thing to seem that it was like an attack or something like a segregation, or I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Sure. Listening to what Ali Baba said is just an opinion and a feeling. As much as is a public figure, is someone who is like one of the custodians of that industry, is allowed and entitled to air his opinion. Do you understand? And air what he thinks about. He was really concerned about those who are like pressured. And that was what he was measured of. To me, I mean, everybody's going to have their interpretation of this statement. You get me? I feel like he was really concerned about the younger people in the industry that are pressured to want to aim high, to choke themselves or higher than actually they can actually achieve. What I mean,
but let's not remove the fact that he was actually bashing Nigerian actresses as against the male ones. Which is why Latasha took it personal.
I'm not going to use the word bashing, but I would like to use the word stating
the obvious facts.
Some facts that we all know. Do you understand? He's just stating. He's just the one that is belling the cat. Do you get what I'm saying? We know these things now. We literally know. And it's
so
just,
are you trying to say that
beyond,
Nigerian actors cannot just be successful? Like you can't just
absolutely. And
so
he gave credit to a lot of people in the industry.
But he also said he wasn't going to mention names, right?
Absolutely, because
So
he didn't mention any name also for the one you think he was bashing. So here's the thing, Madishi. Hold on. I don't want us to go face off on this one, all right? So Alibaba made a statement and made some clarification. And it's also good that sometimes people that are coming up in the industry understand these things, that you don't just, you can't even do 10 movies in a year and immediately buy a house of close to 200 million naira and start traveling back and forth.
So where's the money coming from?
And that is what he's trying to make.
If you are putting on, so where's the money coming from?
We don't know because they are not letting us know, but they are using the hashtag.
But you also don't want
they are using the hashtag Grace. You get. Come on, I'm going to be a fool to fall for things like that. Do you understand? I know there's way more to the industry. There's way more to being making money than just the movies. But they tend to hide under the umbrella of the business of being an actress or a thespian. You get me? There's way more you're doing. Do you get me? Don't now pressure the people to that are just coming up or look to be like you or look up to you, I beg your pardon, to now believe that when you shoot, if you're a star actor, all right, in Nigeria here, you're not the one producing the movie, yeah? Don't get me wrong. You're just maybe a lead role, all right? If you get 5 lead roles in a year, you're going to be on set for probably like 2 months at minimum. If you're going to be on set a long time or a short project, you're going to be on set for 2 months, all right? If you're going to be paid big money, now this is me let me blow it beyond proportion, right? You're going to be paid a very big amount, 10 million naira, and you get 5 movies, all right? 5 movies in a year, all right? Or 6 movies, lead roles. 10 million in 6 places is 60 million. How are you buying a house of 200 million naira and you've used less than 3 years or 4 years in the industry?
Okay.
Bro, those are the facts you're stating.
So let's look at Latasha's point. What about the male actors in the industry?
How many male actors have you seen living it?
They won't come out now because they're not showing it. Doesn't mean they're not doing it.
It's not a man thing. It's not really. It's very. The numbers of men that are vain is very minute. But let's not go into that. All right.
Multina, share happiness.
Fuze Unbothered.
Moving on, guys. We can go on and on and on and on and on. All right, so guys, this is a statement made by another actress, Mary Njoku, who was trying to make us understand that don't just conclude that your wife is unfaithful because of a DNA test that your own did not match with the child. You should also allow her to have a DNA test with the child. And we were first like what she's saying, but we began to understand that over here in Nigeria, all right, a lot of discrepancies happen in the medical field. All right, there's sometimes incompetent midwives. Some things could happen. There's a lot of diabolic stuff going on and stuff like that. And I mean, when I was reading the comments under this post, and people were like, yes, you know, there are crazy hospitals where midwives could have changed their shifts. Do you understand? Change their shift, and they probably didn't record the details well, or there's no tag on the baby's leg, and they've done some mixture from the onset, and the child is like 15 years old, 15 years later, and you really, you know, but it's really crazy to know that these kind of things could happen. But I understand what Mary Njoku is saying. She's saying that, but it's rare.
It's actually rare. Well, I have a personal experience though. I remember a cousin or a very distant cousin of mine, I think she gave birth somewhere in Scotland, and unknown to her, I don't know what they give pregnants where when they have to sleep, like, so to take in all those pain they experience during labor, right? So they gave her that dose and she slept off. She had already given birth to a baby boy, but she had asked to see her baby before that. So she had seen a spot, a black scar. So later on, like you said, another midwife came and handed another boy to her. I was like, no, this is not my baby. I'm like, how do you know it's your baby? Less than how many minutes you've given birth? You're saying this is not your baby. I was like, no, I know my baby. So that was this. That was how they were able to add it. You can imagine if she had come back to Nigeria with the baby, and after years, like you start noticing that, okay, maybe this guy is acting somehow, or your husband is AA, you are AA, and you have an SS baby. So like it's so what Mary Njoku said actually is actually
as
true.
much as you might, if anybody finds themselves in that dilemma, which we don't wish you to, you should also go ahead to check the DNA of the wife or see whatever medical things could match between the child and the mother. Then if it does not have match, go and find your nurse and your
But it's not really easy. Some men are not really patient too. They're not really patient.
Then she's just trying to just clear the air on that.
That's right. All right, we're gonna go on a quick break. When we come back, more stories for you.
I used to care for the world's opinion. I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Maltina, share happiness.
Fuze Unbothered.
This is Fuze Unbothered, brought to you by Upfront and Personal. We would be talking about an unfortunate incident of one of our Nigerians. It's really not that pleasant a topic, but we have to talk about it. And this is because it has been a recurrent thing right now that needs to
be addressed.
Yes. We saw a video of a lady who posted our house was ransacked and invaded by some operatives suspected to be EFCC. And in that video, she was injured and they literally broke into her house. That's what it was. Like, it was like they
invaded our privacy.
That's
I think
what it is.
Put it in clear terms, which was really, really wrong.
Looking at the video, it is disturbing, and I feel so. I cringe because I could only imagine how scary it would be to have people break into your house late in the night without no prior notice, no warrants, no proper formal rational means. And it's scary because we've seen videos of people who are not even real EFCC operatives when they were caught to be disguising as EFCC to break into people's houses. And we do not see measures that are put in place or punishments that are put in place for those kind of people, operatives, when they are caught and stuff like that. So it's really scary. But what do you think, Madishi?
Yeah, so I feel like as much as, yes, first of all, this can't happen in a developed country. Like, before you actually search someone's house, you have to present a warrant. Yeah. Because you don't just barge into people's
even when you
like
want to
that.
break in, you give them.
Yes, you have to. And there is no need damaging their properties. There's no. And if you notice, that thing happened in Choba, somewhere in River State.
Yeah, PH.
Actually, schooled in Uniport, so I kind of know that area. Yeah. Mostly students stay there, which was actually very scary, like you said. I mean, like, we saw a lot of them recounting their losses, like they had damaged their doors, damaged their properties, and they didn't say anything. They didn't even give the reason why they did that.
There's no press statement.
And coming from such an organization, it's really, really disappointing, I must say. It is really, really disappointing.
Honestly, I'm not even going to say disappointing again, but we need to even know now. I just need the same way bandits are owning up to whatever acts committed and they say, oh, we're the ones that did this. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, when some groups, if it's unknown gunmen, if it's the bandits, if it's the Boko Haram, if it's the ISWAP, they come out to own up to some disasters that they committed. You get me? So I feel it's also right, if it is truly EFCC, so people can know how to guard themselves.
Because we also depend on these people for security. Yes. And we're not seeing it.
And we're not seeing it. We're not secured as much as we should be.
All right, guys, get your PVC as well. All right, until next time, my name is Madichi. Follow me on all social media platforms. You can also link up with me at AB_Akins and follow us at Fuze_local to get all the reviews and catch up on all the shows. Also on YouTube at The Fuze. Until next time, stay fused, guys. Holla, it's crazy.
Upfront and Personal, world-class business, world-class consultants.